Hey, it's DJ Mac back again, just giving you an update on Engine. So I'm still just uploading a lot of my songs to my external drive. It's not necessarily a thumb drive, but it's just a USB external drive that I have. It's a Lacy drive. It's typical. Um, all right, so it should be like Captain's Log, day 3. But seriously, it has been an ordeal. I've contacted the people at Engine, and they've told me that I guess my situation was like a fluke or something like that, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, that could happen to literally anybody. So, um, you have to take like my situation as serious as possible because I am anybody, and this could happen to anybody. So, but anyways, I'm making this video because a couple of things. One is what I found out when analyzing my songs. Um, I'm gonna open up highlighter so you can see what I'm doing. But I noticed when I was uploading some of my songs, some cue points were missing, like entirely from the song. Um, and you're experiencing another issue with Engine Prime is that it has to finish its initial starting process of updating the track list before I can actually see the track list, and it's like that's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? And then it's always updating missing artwork, album art, and yeah. So typically, what I'll do is just cancel all, just to kind of get rid of those jobs. Um, but hopefully, yeah, now you'll be able to see everything. Um, so other than that, like I said, I was missing artwork. I was missing cue points in my tracks that I know I clearly put in there. So for instance, let me go to my these are my b-boy breaks. I do a lot of b-boy battles and stuff like that. So um, those cue points are very very important to me. Um, so right here, I know for this song, I definitely put cue points in there. Um, a lot of these, I put cue points in. Some of them will show up. And here's another issue that I want to talk over. Clearly, it's loading up the song, right? You see it right here. But look, it's packed and gridded, so it shouldn't even be doing this. So I said to myself, what is the point of me going back, highlighting all the tracks, and doing all this and that and the other just to get the songs into the playlist, just so that when I, put it into the Denon Prime 4, it's just going to reload it anyways. Like what is the point? Um, and that being said, I was like, I should just skip that whole process because it didn't analyze it in the first place because the beat grid would already been there, right? Makes sense. Um, and so pretty much I have to go through all of these playlists and just make sure that for instance, in this 40s um, folder, I have to bring all the tracks in from here, highlight them all, and sometimes you gotta make sure it's not in edit mode. You highlight them all and then drag them into my 40s playlist in here, and it'll start to analyze. So yeah, that's that. Like, it's missing my cue points on some songs. That's a huge no-no for me. I hope that it appears when I plug it into the DJ Denon Prime, but you know, come on. Like, I solve one problem just to get another problem. Like, when I upload my songs, I expect my songs to have my cue points in them. You know what I mean? And that doesn't sit right with me. Like, if I have songs here, I expect them to load up. Look at this. Why do I have to reload this every single time? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. and none of my cue points are in there. Um, I mean, do I have to highlight all these and then reanalyze these? Maybe that will work. I'm kind of doing stuff on the fly at this point. Um, Hopefully that will work. I don't know, but it's just like these songs were already cue pointed with cue points on them. Um, I'm gonna click on Sucker. Um, yeah, this is just really weird. Really, really weird. Really weird. Um, I've never experienced anything like this. This is just Denon has to just get their stuff together because if not, it's gonna be a very, very interesting, rough month or a rough year for them because, like people have said, this is their Achilles heel, and they have to fix this because DJs expect their cue points to be there. They expect their songs, all of their songs, to be there, and they expect their cue points to be there when they transfer it over. Um, I mean, I don't mind if there was a missing song. I can just go back and drag that song in manually or whatever. And that was another issue, is that let's say I drag, I was dragging my playlist over, and it was reading my playlist from the Engine Prime to my external device, and then there would be this warning that would pop up to tell me that one or two songs were missing and whatnot, which I don't mind. But let's say I'm doing like a whole batch of playlists. We know we don't have like one or two playlists and we're done. Like we know that's not. We know we're DJs, especially where with DJs that do like many weddings and clubs and gigs and whatnot. We have a lot of playlists. I know that for a fact. The majority of us does, and they have to cater to that crowd. All right, so that's more ideal. So, seeing that we have tons of playlists, the main thing you want to do is make sure that we can transfer that over without any interruptions. So what happens is every time I do like a batch of playlists, I just keep uploading playlists to my device. It stops to tell me that there's tracks missing. Now that's really sucks because if I did a whole batch of playlists, I'm not gonna sit there and watch it. You know what I mean? Because basically every time it that pops up and I'm asleep, I'm expecting that to finish while I'm sleeping, but it's not finishing. It's like, you know, I could think that it's finishing, but then I wake up, come to find out that I have to press the OK button for it to finish the rest of it, and then so on and so forth. And it's like, that's not cool. It should finish, it should give me that at the end of all the analyzation. I shouldn't have to like sit there and wait for it to see if it, had a missing track, during the process. It should do that after the fact. So, Denon, if you're listening to this, please like fix that. Like that's annoying because like nobody wants to sit there and wait to see if I have a missing track. That's not cool. We have stuff to do in life. We want to be able to analyze tracks, analyze playlists, and go do something else. Like, well, I'm not gonna sit there to see if I have to hit OK just because I was missing a track. That's ridiculous. And you guys know that's ridiculous. And we have time. We have to divide our time in our lives. We can't devote every second to making sure Engine Prime is working right. That's not my job. That's the team of Engine. That's their job. You know what I mean? If you want to pay me to do all this stuff, I'll do it. But you're not paying me. You're not paying us to do this. You know what I mean? Like, at least give us like a beta so that we can test it to tell you like what's wrong with it. Because pretty much I'm doing beta work because this this engine is definitely in beta. You know what I mean? We all know I can't highlight a whole bunch of playlists at the same time and do it. I have to do it one playlist by playlist, one by one by one, which is like ridiculous. I know you guys had another beta that was going on, but it's not. It should have been out already. You know what I mean? Um, it definitely should have been out. I hope you guys are working on some more efficient stuff because this current one is not efficient at all. Like I'm missing my cue points, and that's a huge thing for me. And you guys promised that we would retain our cue points. Evidently not. So yeah, I gotta fix that. There's no point of me reanalyzing anything because it doesn't even finish analyzing in here. I'm gonna show you, see if I can show you an example. Like these songs are packed and gridded. It says it right there, and some of them are misleading. Some of them are gridded, and some of them aren't. So let me just see if I can find one uh, that isn't. Most of these are going to be gridded already, and like I said, some of them aren't. This one makes sense because it's not gridded yet, which makes sense. Let me see if I can go to my Cypher one because there was a lot of stuff in here that I had to like double click just to see if it loaded. So right now majority up. See, there you go. Look at that. So this song right here, up here, it's loading again, and again, no cue points, and I know that I definitely put cue points on here. I know that for a fact for this song because there's certain points of this song that I specifically put cue points to help me. Like for instance, this song already had cue points in there. You know, but this song, same thing. It says packed and gridded, but is it? Is it? No, because I have to do this, and there's no cue points. So it's bringing it in like it's a brand new song, and it's not. It's not. It's already something that's already been analyzed by Tractor and Record Box, and it's not cool. So then please fix this. And like I said, people that are using Engine Prime, I hope you're not having this issue, but I'm definitely having this issue. And also something that I couldn't get recorded was before Engine Prime was pretty much just not playing my tracks at all. Like I would hit play and it wouldn't play, which was weird. So I had to restart it, and then it worked fine. But like I said, there's definitely still bugs in this. There's a lot that Engine just has to really consider if they're going to like really market this, because I've used I straight up use their hardware. It works perfectly fine, but unfortunately their software is where all the problems really lie. So please, Denon, get this fixed because we really need this software to be right so that we can use the hardware. And I swear, once you get this software correct, you're really gonna blow Pioneer out the water. You know what I mean? So let's do this. All right, it's DJ Mac, and I'm out.